Okay, so let's get right into it. We're going to break down 5 psychological tricks that people use to control you. And the thing is, they can be super subtle, you know? They're not just little mistakes or bad habits. A lot of the time, these are actual tactics. Understanding how they work is, well, it's everything. It's the first step to seeing them for what they are and honestly just protecting your own sanity. Have you ever had that feeling like you're constantly saying, I'm sorry, and you just feel like you're always the one in the wrong? It's this heavy weight, this constant need to make things right. But then, if you stop and really think about it, you can't actually figure out what you did. It's such a confusing and disorienting feeling, right? It's like you're walking around in a thick fog. Well, if any of that sounds familiar, I want you to hear this loud and clear. You are not imagining it. You're not going crazy. That confusion you feel, that's often the whole point of psychological manipulation. It's a sneaky form of control that's literally designed to make you doubt what you know is true. So let's open up the playbook, shall we? We're going to start with the first trick, and honestly, this one might be the most confusing of them all. It's a term you've probably heard before: gaslighting. The entire goal here is to make you doubt your own mind. Think about it. If someone can make you question your own memory, if they can make you think you're going crazy, who gets to decide what's real? They do. They control the whole story. And I bet some of these phrases sound familiar. Oh, you're just being too sensitive. It was just a joke. Calm down. That's not how it happened. When you hear these things over and over, it's like a constant drip, drip, drip of poison that makes you second guess everything. Okay, this next tactic is a real 1-2 punch. It's a combo move that's designed to create this incredibly intense, almost addictive connection, and it happens fast. The first punch is called love bombing. Now, look at the difference here. A real healthy relationship, it's slow, it's steady, you build trust. Love bombing is like a tsunami of compliments, gifts, and talk about your amazing future together. It's all designed to just sweep you off your feet, get you totally hooked. The goal isn't connection, it's capture. And then just when you're hooked, that's when the second punch lands: intermittent reinforcement. All of a sudden, that fire hose of love and attention turns into a slow, unpredictable trickle. It's just like a slot machine. You keep pulling the lever, putting in more effort, because you got a taste of the jackpot and you know it's possible to get it again. That randomness is exactly what makes it so hard to walk away. All right, play number 3 from the Manipulator's book. This one is all about weaponizing one of our most basic human emotions against us. And that emotion is guilt. With guilt tripping, a manipulator gets really good at finding your guilt buttons. They take your kindness, your sense of duty, your past mistakes, and they use it all as leverage to get you to do what they want. Just look at this example. This isn't someone saying, hey, I'm glad I could help. This is them handing you an invoice. It takes a nice thing they did in the past and turns it into a debt that you have to keep paying back forever. Okay, our fourth tactic. This one is designed to keep you on a hamster wheel, constantly chasing a prize that's always just out of reach. It makes sure you never, ever feel like you're good enough. It's called moving the goalposts, and the cycle is just maddening. They set a goal, you work your butt off to reach it, and the second you do, guess what? The goal changes. The finish line just moved. It keeps you in this constant state of anxiety, that walking on eggshells feeling, which of course makes you way easier to control. And for our final play from the book, we're going to see how manipulators bring other people into the mix. They essentially use them as pawns to make their control even tighter. This is a tactic called triangulation. So instead of dealing with a problem with you directly, one-on-one, they bring in a third person. And this isn't to find a solution. It's to gain an advantage. The whole point is to divide and conquer, make you feel totally alone, while they look like the reasonable one who has other people on their side. And these phrases are classic triangulation. Suddenly, it's not just you disagreeing with them. It's you against this imaginary army of people who all think you're wrong. It's a brilliant and awful way to make you feel outnumbered and crazy. So, after all that, after seeing the whole playbook, what can you actually do? Well, here's the hard truth. You're probably not going to convince a chronic manipulator to change their ways. Their goal is control, and they're usually experts at pretending to change without actually doing anything different. But, and this is a huge but, this is where you take your power back. You can't change them, but you can absolutely change how you react. You can set firm boundaries, and this is so important. Boundaries aren't about controlling them, they're about protecting you. Here's a powerful 3-step game plan. First, get a reality check. Talk to a friend you trust, a therapist, anyone. Manipulation needs isolation to work, so getting an outside perspective can be a game changer. Second, stay neutral. Manipulators feed off of big emotional reactions. If you stay calm and don't get drawn into the drama, you take away their fuel. And third, state your boundary. It doesn't have to be some huge fight. A simple, "I'm not going to talk about this while you're shouting," is incredibly powerful. The goal isn't to win the argument, it's to protect your peace.
Look, just by listening to this, by recognizing these patterns, you've already taken the most important step. That's awareness. And that's huge. So the question I want to leave you with is this. Now that you're aware, what's your next step going to be?